The Metamorphosis, written by Franz Kafka, tells the story of Gregor Samsa, a traveling salesman who wakes up one morning to find himself transformed into a giant insect. The novella begins with this startling revelation, setting the tone for the bizarre and unsettling events that follow. Gregor struggles to comprehend his new condition and adapt to his insect body, facing immense physical and psychological challenges. The story delves into his initial shock, his futile attempts to go to work, and the dawning realization that his life has irrevocably changed. Gregor's transformation significantly impacts his family dynamics. Initially, his family is horrified and repulsed by his new form. Gregor's parents and his sister Grete are thrown into disarray as they try to come to terms with the bizarre situation. Grete initially takes on the responsibility of caring for Gregor, bringing him food and cleaning his room, but her compassion gradually turns to resentment. The family's financial dependence on Gregor becomes a pressing issue, forcing them to find ways to support themselves without his income. As the story progresses, the family's attitude toward Gregor deteriorates. They begin to see him as a burden and a source of shame, isolating him further. Gregor's presence in the household becomes increasingly marginalized. He is confined to his room, and his interactions with his family become rare and strained. This isolation takes a toll on Gregor's mental state, leading him to reflect on his life and relationships. Kafka uses this scenario to explore themes of alienation, identity, and the human condition. The climax of the novella occurs when the family takes in boarders to make ends meet. The boarders' discovery of Gregor leads to a violent outburst, solidifying the family's decision that Gregor must be removed from their lives. Grete, who once showed him compassion, declares that they must get rid of that thing. Gregor, heartbroken and weakened by his family's rejection and his physical condition, retreats to his room, where he eventually succumbs to his injuries and dies. In the aftermath of Gregor's death, the family experiences a sense of relief and liberation. They decide to move to a smaller apartment, symbolizing a fresh start. Despite the tragic nature of the story, the ending hints at the possibility of renewal for the Samsa family. Kafka's The Metamorphosis is a poignant exploration of the human experience, examining themes of transformation, alienation, and the search for meaning in an indifferent world. Life lessons from The Metamorphosis: the fragility of identity. Gregor's sudden transformation highlights how fragile and dependent our sense of identity can be. The story underscores the importance of understanding and maintaining our personal identity, regardless of external circumstances or physical changes. The burden of responsibility. Gregor's role as the primary breadwinner creates a significant burden that becomes evident after his transformation. This teaches us about the pressures and expectations placed on individuals and the importance of sharing responsibilities within a family or community. Alienation and isolation. Gregor's experience as an insect metaphorically represents the alienation many individuals feel in society. The story emphasizes the detrimental effects of isolation and the human need for connection and understanding. The conditional nature of relationships. The changing attitudes of Gregor's family members illustrate how relationships can be conditional, often based on convenience and utility rather than genuine compassion. This lesson urges us to strive for relationships built on unconditional love and support. Adaptability and acceptance. Throughout the story, Gregor struggles with accepting his new reality. His journey teaches us the importance of adaptability and acceptance in the face of unexpected and uncontrollable changes in life. It also highlights the value of empathy and understanding towards those undergoing difficult transformations.